Where did he go? I mean, seriously, where did Keir Starmer go? We haven't heard from him or seen him in person since last week at Prime Minister's Questions when he was changing his story with regard to the Chinese spy scandal. I mean, he's up to here in scandals at this moment in time. And at the time of recording, there's new developments out with regard to the Chinese espionage scandal. There's another person, a witness, two people now that have, of course, resigned from the survivors' liaison board for the Grooming gang inquiry. But he's nowhere to be seen. The Mayor of London, of course, has been accused for a cover-up and being a part of the cover-up. But Keir Starmer is nowhere. I mean, apart from his social media team today announcing or wishing everybody a happy Diwali, there's nothing. Oh, in fact, actually, yeah, he is going to be going to Brazil for COP30. It's been announced. So more international affairs for Keir Starmer. But as stated, he's up to here in scandals back home, but is nowhere to be seen and is not answering the questions that need to be answered. As stated, guys, more developments have come out, which we are going to be discussing in today's video. I mean, look at this freaking social media. This is a social media team saying Happy Diwali and talking about national renewal. Social media teams in overdrive. But an announcement of here about the COP30. But there's so much stuff going on at home. We literally just did a video here stating that Fiona Goddard had just resigned from the sort of survivors' liaison for the Grooming gang's national inquiry due to Labour dragging their heels and not wanting to, of course, get a move on with this inquiry. Following this news this morning, we've now got Eliane Reynolds, who posted, following Fiona Goddard's resignation this morning, I have also made the decision to resign with immediate effect. The final turning point for me was the push to widen the remit of the national inquiry in ways that downplay the racial and religious motivations behind our abuse. This shows you absolutely everything of what they're trying to do with this national inquiry, and Keir Starmer is absolutely trying to cover up for his crony. He's trying to cover up and not do this national inquiry. It's clear to see. They're trying to water it down. It explains why they've taken 4 months since announcing. I mean, they haven't even appointed a chair yet. But it shows what they're trying to do because they know that the uncoverings are going to roast them and the police for and show that they were complicit in this cover-up. So we've got a second resignation this morning. Chris Philps said a second resignation from the rape gang victims and survivors panel. The government are clearly planning a whitewash to downplay the fact that the majority of the perpetrators were of Pakistani origin. The government seems to be planning to perpetuate the very cover they were meant to investigate. Is exactly what they're trying to do. And Keir Starmer's absence, where is he? Nowhere to be seen. More to the point, again, Chris Philp again here, bringing out some more video footage, which we're just going to watch here. He stated, my urgent question in Parliament just now on the government's handling of the Chinese spy trial collapse. Ministers keep telling us no Labour ministers or advisors were involved in any way, yet the Sunday Times yesterday reports that they were. The government story keeps on changing, and we need to get to the truth, he said. And absolutely, we do need to get to the truth. He thinks that if he's out of the public domain, then it's going to be somebody else's problem. He doesn't need to answer questions. Oh, today it's Sadiq Khan getting the heat. Tomorrow, it'll be somebody else. If I just stay away, everyone's going to completely forget. And that's what he's doing. He's not been seen since Wednesday. Not been seen whatsoever. He's just trying to get on as many international trips as he possibly can. COP30, there was a lot of talk that he wasn't going to be going. Now suddenly he's going, as he's facing so much pressure back home right now. Let's have a watch of this video because the government story does keep changing with this. And we probably won't see him until Wednesday. And he's probably not going to answer the collapse in the Grooming gang scandal inquiry. And he's probably not going to be answering and getting to the truth with regard to the Chinese spy scandal. He's coming up with something we don't even know. Have a watch.
Last Wednesday, the Prime Minister told this House that no minister or special advisor was involved in the handling of the China spy case. Yet the Sunday Times has since reported that the Home Secretary had, quotes, heard the case might collapse and had made representations to ensure the evidence put forward was as strong as possible. So I asked the Minister, when did the Home Secretary become aware the case might collapse? And what representations did the Home Secretary or her proxies make about the evidence, and to whom? Why has the House been told, including just now, that ministers and advisers were not involved in any way when the Sunday Times reports that they were? The Sunday Times also reported on a key meeting that took place on September the 1st, a meeting the government originally denied took place. Is it true Jonathan Powell chaired that meeting? Did the meeting discuss the CPS view that the evidence provided to that point was inadequate? And did that meeting discuss the possibility of providing further evidence in the case? And will the Minister agree to publish the minutes of all meetings in which this case was discussed and the correspondence relating to it? The Sunday Times reported that following the meeting, the Attorney General's office was asked to speak to the CPS. Did anyone from the AGO speak directly or indirectly to the CPS after that meeting? And can the Minister confirm that Dan Chugg from the Foreign Office was at that 1st September meeting? And can the Minister also confirm it was the same Dan Chugg who approached the Lord Speaker with a proposed deal in which the Chinese ambassador would be allowed back into Parliament? The Sunday Times also reported that the DNSA is understood to have acknowledged privately that the decision not to say China is an ongoing threat was political in nature. Is that true? Finally, the current government's position has been that all the evidence provided related to the last government's policy, but we now know that is categorically not true. We know from Matt Collins' third statement of August this year, in paragraph 8, that he copied and pasted from the Labour manifesto, and he stressed the importance the current government attaches to a positive relationship with China, weakening the evidence compared to 2023 and bringing in current government policy, contrary to what we have been told in recent weeks. So, why has the government been providing this House with inaccurate information, and why did ministers know what the CPS wanted but refuse to give it to them?
Well, the answer to that is you don't even need to hear the answer to it. It's the wrong person answering these questions. They have no idea what's currently going on. They don't have a clue as to say. It needs to be Keir Starmer in front of this. This isn't going anywhere. Keir Starmer needs to be standing front and centre and answering these questions. But as you've seen Wednesday, he changed the story for the 5th time. He's changed the story for the 6th time. This Wednesday, when we finally do see him, or if he does emerge, he'll probably change the story yet again. But more importantly, I mean, that's a scandal in itself. It's huge. But this collapsing, the resignations from the grooming gang panel and inquiry, serious questions need to be asked on that as well. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on everything down there in the comment section below. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.